So I gave you guys my review on the first one, and now I'm giving you a review of Even When I'm Gone by Nicole Fiorina. This is book 2 of the Stay With Me series. My emotions right now, like I had to cry and then do this because of what happened in this book. The first book related to me so much, but the second one, sorry, like I'm trying not to cry as I like do this. I felt so bad for Mia. I'm gonna first start out. I felt so bad for Mia having to deal with bullying because bullying sucks. Like, she was targeted pretty much. And if you haven't read the series, get off here, don't watch this, and go read it. But for those of you who did and want to watch my review, thank you. It sucks that she had to go and deal with what she had to deal with, all because of a psycho, let's just say that. I hate the fact that the way Ollie was with her, but when I kept reading, I understood, because being, like, I get it, being, like, where you have to be medicated, it could take a lot out of you, but also it could make you to where you're like a zombie in a zombie state. So I definitely get it. But I hate the fact that everybody kind of turned against her because what was written in her, like the diary that she was, the journal that she was keeping. But at the same time, it was like, those were her words. So why would anybody be mad? I mean, yeah, I get it. Those were people's secrets or whatever, but it wasn't her fault. You know what I mean? So I hate the fact that everybody kind of turned on her with that. I did like Officer Scott throughout of it, but when it got to like the very end, I'm like, oh my god, right now, as my thoughts are rating, because I'm like anxious to read the third book like right now, because it cut off on a good part to where I'm like, oh my god, what happened? What is happening now? To where I'm like, should I question Ethan in this book, Officer Scott? But I am glad for me and Ollie, kind of towards like, I forget where in the book, where he, like, if you hadn't read it, please just get off. But if you like spoilers, stay. But I'm glad that when he got off his pills that they like kind of are the way they are, and I love that for them. Hearing about Livy though, it truly sucks. Sorry, like, I knew somebody who, but I doubt Livy did it to herself. Let's just say that. Let's just say if you're experiencing pain, whether it's talking to a stranger or somebody you know, please talk to somebody before something happens, before you hurt yourself. Please just reach out to someone. Sorry, because I don't like to say my story, but I've got to the point where it was a couple times for me, but I'm also glad that I kind of did reach out to somebody, because I hit my breaking point to where I was like, what is my worth? And I reached out. But for those of you who did lose somebody and read this book and went through that, I'm so sorry that you went through that, and nobody should have to go through that within the family or friends who knew that person. And I feel sorry for all the victims who went through something to where this was the end for them, and it truly does suck. Because I know how much keeping things in can affect a person, especially when you feel like you have no one in your corner. So for anybody that's like pushing people out of your life because of things, or if you're bullying or any stupid stuff to drive a person to do that, I blame you. Instead of actually getting to know someone and knowing their story, I hate how people judge other people. You know what I mean? I cannot condone that, of somebody pushing somebody to do this. That's one thing I'll say. I feel so bad for Zeke of what happened to him. Like this, that's why I had to cry out before I did this, like, because I don't want to cry, but I'm about to cry again. But he was the bestest friend that anybody could have in this book, and that's the kind of friend I would want in my life. Someone like him. But I would never let somebody for me, like, because I can't say it on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook, but I would never allow that to happen. You know what I mean? I just couldn't, because I always would think about somebody else's family before mine, and before me, you know. But I feel so bad for him, and now his brother, I think Scott, like his brother Scott, I think it was, or Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. I feel bad for Tommy, which is Zeke's brother in here. I just feel bad for him, because Tommy lost Livy, and he lost his brother, so now he has nobody, and now it makes me think, like, what's gonna happen? Because I also feel bad for him. But I want to say, Nicole, this book, like, this is a book you can't set down. And it took me a couple weeks to read this, because, like, I had to keep putting it down, because I'm like, the emotions that the first and this book sent to me, it's like I had to keep, like, pausing, because of, like, the emotions from being, like, up and down, mad, sad, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the emotions got to me. But I can't wait to read book 3. But there is triggers in here with stuff, so if it gets too much for you, just please set the book down. Don't read it if it's a hard trigger for you. But also, please reach out if you're feeling at your lowest in life. Just reach out to talk to somebody, even if it's a stranger. For me, it was a stranger I had to reach out to, and I'm glad I did, because I'm here, and I'm glad where I'm at now in life. Even though I still have struggles, I try to push through now. But if nobody's in your corner, I'll be in your corner. Let's just say that. Because I know a lot of people don't have people in their corners. But yeah, Nicole, you did an amazing job on the first and second, and I'm about to read the third and give you my thoughts right now. But I appreciate that I was able to read this book 1 and book 2, and I'm about to read book 3. And that's my review on Even When I'm Gone. And I will see you guys for book 3 when I get done reading it and review it. Bye, guys.